for those...
Are the girls out?
They are. For those listening, y'all don't see this, but for the people who are watching on Patreon, Bob is full on deaconess, elder, first lady.
Sitting in the front row of the church.
Front row.
And looking at everyone, looking at my man as he worships the Lord. Because in this house, we praise the Lord.
Bob, you are full on church lady.
What is it like to go to a New York City church?
Oh, I love it. I used to go to... Honestly, okay, so even... Oh my God, we haven't spoken about this
Your
recently.
hands are so close to my face. Like, this is
so,
mad.
ever since we had that conversation a few weeks ago about religion, and with Amy Coney Barrett, whatever her name is.
Wait, we had a conversation? With someone?
No, you and I a few episodes ago on the podcast.
You said with Amy. Who's Amy?
No, I said about, and since I've been thinking about Amy Coney.
Who is that?
The person nominated for the SCOTUS Supreme Court.
Oh, the
religious crazy bitch.
The Handmaid's Tale lady.
Yeah. See, but that was debunked. So a lot of news outlets, like even like the New York Times and now this, like they put it out and it is not true. The Handmaid's Tale is not written about Amy Coney Barrett. That is not true.
ABC, ACB,
ACB. But in their religion, there is things on Handmaid's Tale not written about. Anyway, and I've been really like organized religion is really fucked up and it is demonic.
Wild.
It's the devil.
Wild.
It's the devil. Because I finally started watching Handmaid's Tale. I just finished season 1. I'm on season 3 I'm on season 3. I'm on season 2 episode 3. And
I don't know how important that detail is. Actually, maybe I don't know. I haven't seen it. Maybe it's really
you never seen it?
I saw like the beginning of season 2 on the airplane. You know the airplane.
Why did you skip to season 2?
That's not. You're on the airplane. It'll be like, all right, all we have is season 2 episodes 4 and 7.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Delta, fix your shit. Which, by the way, traveling on Delta. Traveling on
what
Delta.
What kind of crunchy ass airline you on?
Since coronavirus, they
Lovely.
ought to be no.
I think it's because there's no one sitting next to you.
Right, but they should be ashamed of themselves charging people for first class tickets and giving you a bag of cheeses and a fucking miniature Dasani bottle of water.
First class. First class is not about the food, Mom. It's never been about the food. It is literally...
Oh, I know it's dog food, but...
It's literally microwave food that you would never eat on the ground. If you went anywhere and they served that food, you would be like, how? It literally, McDonald's has higher quality food.
That is not true. You're making an assumption.
It is
How do you know?
literally microwave food.
And you think that they just popping that meat? That meat is heated up in a fucking little toaster
microwave.
Oven. No, they have toaster ovens at the thing
they
too.
come in a big thing and it's all heated together. And they're Hungry Man meals. It's
right.
not cordon bleu. You're not
but
at.
How do you know the meat quality is not?
You're not at
good.
Del Frisco's because I've chewed it with my mouth.
Okay, no.
You're not at Del Frisco's. You're not at Nana's house. You're not at Meemaw's house. You are eating on an airplane 40,000 feet in the air. It's not great food.
Well, I will say when
you had better food at the Dunkin' Donuts.
No, when you fly overseas, it's really good.
I've
not
flown
necessarily adults. Have you?
Yeah.
In first class?
Before you.
Since when? When you fly on like one of my favorite first class experiences has been Air France. Have you flown Air France first class overseas? It's great.
I don't remember. I've flown to France first class, but I don't remember if it was Air France or not.
Oh yeah.
But for me, what you're paying for in first class, you're paying for if you get Delta One, you get the seats that lie down. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You get to board the plane early. You get to leave the plane early.
But we're diamonds, so we do that anyway.
Yeah, but also you get to see everyone go by and be like. For me, the best part of being in first class is watching white people walk by and be like, yeah.
So anyway, I've had this like religious awakening. I tweeted about it. I put it on my Facebook. On my Instagram, and then Facebook for me is a big step because I have a lot of people I've connected to my old life, like who are very religious. And I put it on Facebook, and girl, the floodgates had opened. And they're like,
oh, Facebook is where you forget your old life,
right? And people, you know what got bitch? Not your hairy ass chest.
They can't tell.
Yes, they can.
They can't tell my chest hairy.
Jacob, can you see the hair on the chest?
I can zoom in on it.
No, do not do that.
And they were like, it got real. People stopped calling me Monet.
Let's talk about this fan. Because whenever it's really, really loud, that does not sound good for our listeners.
Wow, Jacob been dragging this fucking raggedy ass bitch all night.
It just sounds like you're farting. Like,
and
like
maybe I'm covering up my farts. And you just exposed me.
And all my time knowing you, I've never ever heard you fart.
It's not my thing.
Like not even once.
Not my.
You never heard me fart either.
I don't recall hearing you fart. And my I never heard my mom fart. I didn't grow up in a household where we farted in front of each other.
Why?
We just don't do that in my house. It's not a thing that we laugh about. In 34 years, I've never heard my mom fart.
I've heard my mom fart before.
Yeah, never. We didn't. Yeah, it was. If I farted, my mom wouldn't laugh and go, "Oh my god."
She was like,
"Boy, you know you nasty." Verbatim. "Boy, you know you nasty."
Yeah, it got rid of my Facebook when people started calling me Kevin. I was not Monet anymore. Kevin, really? You gonna post this? You gotta get girls.
All caps, Kevin.
Girl, we're getting me together. But yeah.
Well, religious people don't like when you come for their religion. They get some hyphy.
Yeah, girl.
They get high to the fee, girl.
You
are mesmerized by my legs.
You have great.
You all can't tell, but I'm not. I'm also not wearing pants right now.
You have great legs.
The old gams are back in biz.
Did you grow them yourself, or are they rented?
No, these are the. I mean, you can see I still have my stretch marks, my original stretch marks.
Maybe those are some like you've added those for posterity.
My duck.
The duck. I always forget about this tattoo. You don't show it off very often.
What?
You should do an outfit that's
a hole over just my left top thigh. That would be ridiculous.
Have you ever hooked it with a guy and they like
never? Wait, there's more.
And they're like, what is that?
Welcome to the Heights. It's Welcome to the Heights.
No, that's outside. It sounds like it's inside.
It always sounds. No, there's not anyone in our home. It always sounds like there's someone in the house.
So we have that door up there, and we sometimes get residual noise from because there is a door outside.
Right.
There's also the window, which has an air conditioner in it.
God.
And also because it's Halloween, our like the woman who lives there has like one of those sensor things that makes like Frankenstein.
Oh God. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Well, you know what that's from?
It's from Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton.
I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
I just heard it. I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. I know.
I know. A little bit of. Do you taste it on your tooth? It was like gum or something. There, it's gone. It was literally you freaking out.
You know that's me. I'm a girl. You'd be like, Monet, that's.
You were talking about something.
I don't remember. I've never seen Tim Burton Halloween. I've never seen any. I've not seen a lot of classic movies. I've never seen Hannibal. Never seen Silence of the Lambs. I've never seen Night Before Christmas. I've never seen Coraline.
Coraline is not a classic. Coraline came out in like 2009.
We just had this argument the other day. Something else came out in 2001. Oh, Chicago. You like Chicago?
Chicago is a classic.
Okay, Coraline is a classic.
I've never heard of it. But you've never seen it.
I know, but I haven't seen Chicago.
Not a classic. Coraline's not particularly critically acclaimed. It was pretty late in Tim Burton's career. It's not like Batman or Nightmare Before Christmas or
Batman. Did he do Batman?
He did the first like 2 or 3.
The one with like
Jack Nicholson.
Gag.
Danny DeVito.
Penguin. Who the one that played Penguin?
Yeah.
That was Tim Burton.
Yep.
That was a really good Penguin. He was very scary.
Yeah, Danny DeVito is a great actor.
Yeah, he's. Remember, bitch, my favorite role Danny DeVito did was played Papa Matilda.
Oh, Matilda's dad.
Oh, girl, he was so mean in that.
Yeah,
he's a good villain.
Go back and look at him in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He's so young. I was like, that's Danny DeVito. It took me a while to realize it was Danny DeVito. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, don't right now. I've done the where I come from religion. People who stand Jesus are serious.
They're not joking around. Meanwhile, you're fully dressed up like a preacher.
Well, I was also in Vegas seeing Monique's show, and she's like, we as the black community need to come out of religion. And to see a black comedian on stage doing that was so refreshing because that's not a message we ever get in the black community from someone who's so respected in the black community to be like, we need to stop standing Jesus. The church is tearing us apart. And I was like, and you could see her losing some of the audience, but I was like, go off, sis.
Did you get to meet her backstage?
Yeah, she insisted.
Oh, work.
I was there in full drag. Me and Free went.
Work.
I was there in full drag, and she was like, you need to come back stage.
Oh my God, that's great. And what did she say? Was she nice?
She was very lovely. She like gave me this like pep talk and like, you keep doing just by being here, you are doing what you need to be doing. Representation matters. So someone is seeing you. There was someone who saw you here tonight, and then they felt all right because you were here.
Oh my God, Monique.
Yeah,
I wish she got more. I'm so upset for her in the whole Precious, Blackball, Lee Daniels, Oprah thing, because that has overshadowed all of the great stuff she's done because of that one thing.
Yeah. And
she's such a great comedian.
Well, once also Steve Harvey publicly disavowed her.
Right, on his talk show.
Yeah.
But she gathered him too, though.
Oh, she gathered him like a fucking sheen. Like, she got him together, girl.
Yeah. Pity. That's so sad. But, I was going to say, but even though, I've had my things about religion, whatever, I still love gospel music. I listen to gospel music very often.
I love gospel.
I know. You love Kirk Franklin.
I love, New Nation.
New Nation.
Or is it New Project? I think it's the New Nation. NU Nation is the album that I used to love.
Yeah.
Make me clap my hands. Make me want to dance and stomp.
Mateo didn't know because he's...
Do you know Kirk Franklin?
I have no idea who that
Kirk Franklin is this like music pastor, minister of music, who writes songs, but he doesn't sing. He's like a rapper.
He's like a director,
and he talks during the song. His big thing is he says all the lyrics before people say them.
Yeah,
that's like one of the biggest jokes in
like
the
a religious William Shatner.
Even different. It's like he's a rapper and a producer. He's like religious Timberlake. You know Timberlake, right?
Yeah. Timberland.
Yeah, Timberland. But he'll be like, my brother, can't you see? And everyone goes, my brothers, can't you see? I got a victory. And they go, I got a victory. He's like, as if like no one in his choir knows the lyrics. they just did. I don't know. It's really. He was huge. I love Kirk Franklin's music.
Yeah.
We were listening to it in Florida.
In Florida, we did.
We were listening to Lean on Me.
Lean on Me, which is a great song.
Oh yeah,
so dramatic.
Kelly Price, Faith,
Tamala Man.
Yeah,
Mariah
girl.
Carey's Fly Like a Bird.
Mariah Carey is not in the New Nation.
It's Fly Like a Bird. It is a pretty gospel song.
Well, she has. She has a lot of Jesus, What a Wonderful Child.
Well, that's true. That was her Christmas album, though.
And that is still a gospel song. Jesus, What a Wonderful Child is certainly a religious song.
Absolutely.
Jesus, oh, what a wonderful child.
What you started doing after I started doing it?
Not true, but go off.
Okay.
I have video footage, but go off.
I have video footage, as also.
Do you? Do you?
Should we take a break and talk about some more Halloween?
Let's take a.
Bob loves doing that shit. We're back. Bob, Halloween is this year.
You wearing your mask already?
Because 45 got us fucked up, girl.
45 got the Rona.
No. So Halloween's this year, and I have to say, well, okay. First of all, I know Halloween is an American holiday, but it's celebrated all over the world.
Is it American?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I don't. Is that true, Jacob? Is Halloween an American holiday? I know it has Wiccan roots.
It's American.
It's American.
I did a bunch of different roots.
I did not know that Halloween was American.
Well, a lot of American stuff is celebrated all over the world. For example, Thanksgiving is obviously an American thing, but they celebrate in a lot of the Caribbean countries.
They celebrate Thanksgiving in the Caribbean?
Mm-hmm. Some countries do.
I genuinely did not know that Halloween was American. That just blew my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Christmas. Christmas is a Scandinavian.
Christmas is not American.
I know. I think it's Scandinavian, something like that.
I mean, technically, it's technically Middle Eastern.
Christmas is?
Yeah, it's based in Christianity. Which is a Middle Eastern religion.
No. Christians added that in. Before it was just about Krampus and Santa Claus. Like that's this whole other thing. Like Krampus and Santa Claus.
I think that
and Christians added Jesus into it.
But I think that Jesus' storyline existed before Krampus ever existed.
What thing?
Like years in chronology.
2,000 years, because
so
2,000
I think
years
that
ago?
the story Krampus was not created before 0 or 1 AD.
Maybe.
I believe that Jesus was born in the summertime, but it was the winter solstice that had a different pagan religion celebrated, so Christianity adopted that along with other things.
Well, everything in Christianity is adopted. The whole religion, from the virgin birth, it's a plagiarism.
Is it?
The entire religion is plagiarized. Yes. The Egyptians did all the down to virgin births, baptisms, everything.
It's true.
Everything. They just replaced names and people. And this one had a coyote head. They just made it a guy with a beard.
Also, and I'll shut up. It should be noted that the New Testaments were written in an ancient Greek 50 to 150 years after the death of Jesus. So people who were alive when there were no witnesses writing the New Testaments when Jesus was alive.
Gag.
I feel like I don't know. I'm not a historian, but based on what I know about the timeline, Christianity existed before the story of Krampus came into popularity.
Work. Well, I said that to say Halloween is obviously celebrated all over the world. I mean, and Except St. Lucia. We know, as you know, I grew up in St. Lucia a bit, and I never. I remember watching things on like Hocus Pocus and watching like lots of Halloween stuff on TV. I'm like, oh man, that must be so nice to like get it in a costume and go door to door. I hope to one day do that one day.
Didn't you all have carnivals where you get in costumes and go through the street in your costume?
Yeah, but this Halloween is completely
You're
different.
like, but candy. You said getting in costume, but the whole thing is like costumes.
But yeah, but like spooky costumes and like murder and like horror and stuff like that. And like,
what were you yearning for as a child? I wanted more murder.
And like people like decorating the house with cobwebs and like frankincense. Like that is not a thing in Lucia at all. Like people don't do that.
Yeah,
did you ever celebrate Halloween as a kid?
Every year we celebrate Halloween.
You got dressed up in a costume?
Every single year as a child, I dressed up for Halloween without missing a year.
Did your mom take you?
Yeah, my mom would dress me up. I remember one of my first costumes was I was a soccer mommy, and my mom.
Wait, a soccer mommy?
A soccer mommy. I was a mommy, but I was like wearing a wig and I had these like cheetah print nails on, and I was in a dress, and everyone thought I was a girl.
A soccer mommy.
And my mom, she took like toilet tissue and glued it to my face, and took some like foundation to like make it look like I was like it was dirty, like I've been rotting forever. Then she put these cheetah print nails on me, and I had a blonde wig on, the same blonde wig that she wore when she was a hooker a couple years before.
Work. Oh, was this soccer mommy your idea? Like you no, I want to be a soccer mommy.
No, my mom was like, I have an idea. Go with it.
I've never dressed up and went door to door ever in my life.
Oh, door to door trick or treating, which is like dead now. Is it's honestly, it is like a tradition that we don't have anymore. It's everything.
How is it dead now?
Because people don't go door to door trick or treating anymore.
I mean,
I feel like
because of coronavirus or like before.
Well, I feel like people just don't go trick or treat like they used to for a lot of reasons, for safety, for this, for that, for fear, for yada yada yada. I feel like people don't trick or treat.
In New York City, that's not true. Because New York City, a lot of people go trick or which New York City, that's not true. In New York City,
I lived in New York City for 12 years. No one has ever knocked on my door once.
Oh,
in 12 years of living here, I've never had a
very strange
single child knock on my door and ask for
it. Must be something about you. They were like, do not go to that scary drag queen man over there.
Maybe, but I've never, in every neighborhood, I lived in Queens, I lived in Upper West Side, I lived in Washington Heights, I lived in Woodside, Queens. I have never had anyone, Ozone Park.
That's very strange.
Never one person ever. I've had, the first 2 years, I had the candy ready. No one came.
What did you put on your door so people know that you are? Because in New York City, a lot of people trick or treat in buildings. So if your door doesn't have something on it, like something denoting that you are celebrating the holiday, people won't knock on your door. But if you just have you have nothing, your door is just the same. You're just behind it, like, oh, I hope someone comes. But they're like, we're not gonna knock on his door. He has no bones, no skeletons, no nothing.
When I was a kid, you knocked on every
when you were a kid
door I'm saying I can only relate it to when I was a kid. You knocked on every door, whether they had decorations or nothing. You literally just went from house to house. You did not know them. You would go to neighborhoods that you were not a part of.
New York City is different.
Any door that was available that you could reach your hand to, you would knock on
New York City is different.
9 times out of 10, they would open the door and give you candy.
New York City is different. You would knock on the wrong door, you will get shot.
Which is why I assume people don't knock on doors. I've never had my door knocked on, and people are afraid to knock on doors here.
Yeah. But yeah, I see people celebrating. I mean, with coronavirus, it might be different this year, obviously.
I've seen kids in New York City go to bodegas and ask for candy.
Yeah, that happens a lot too.
And if I was like, but also in Georgia, you don't go to a store and ask for candy. They'd be like, you can buy some. You don't go to Walgreens like, free shit. They're like, bitch, you can buy some candy to give to people. You don't come here for candy. That's weird.
That is
going to
weird.
A store and being like, candy.
I mean,
did they do that in Chicago?
Chicago, they do trick or treating at houses.
Yeah, but the stores being like,
okay, but a bodega is different than a Walgreens. You're not gonna go. Because most bodegas and stuff, they're like family owned. There's like a family vibe. Whereas Walgreens is fucking corporate. I gotta go to Walgreens. I go to Walmart and be like, cashier number 7, can I have some candy?
Well, we have mom and pop shops in Georgia.
But
this may shock you.
But in New York City, it's commonplace. They're everywhere. Literally every 3 blocks, there are like 8 mom. Yeah. So not even on every block, there's 3. So, it's a big family. New York is about family.
I mean, listen, I've seen it with my own eyes. I know they go to bodegas and they ask for candy. It is strange to walk into a business that's main thing is selling candy and then say, "Will you give it to me for free?"
Is this where you started your? Because you love candy. I've
always loved candy.
I was about to say, but is that what was Halloween the catalyst for your candy cravings and love?
No, I mean, when I was a kid, I have this thing when I was a kid I filled out that said I want to be a candy maker when I grow up. Like, I just loved candy. I've always loved candy. I've never not loved candy.
Work.
I don't have any memories of being like, and that was the day I decided sugar was for me.
What was that accent?
And I was doing Barbara Corcoran when he does it.
I just want to say,
yeah.
that was the day I decided sugar was for me.
I've always loved candy. Always.
I love candy. I love candy.
Do you love candy like that?
Not like you.
I'm not like crazy.
No, Bob. We would go to a gig and you would divert your way to the gig to stop at the store to buy candy to eat in the dressing room. I'm not that girl.
When have I done that?
The Monster. Those fucking wild berry lifesavers.
Well, I was coming from one gig to the next, and yeah, on my way to work. Okay, here's the thing. Why you try to make it sound like I'm just like leaving work to go buy candy, which I did do. But what you're talking about is when I would leave hardware and I would get to the Munster like an hour and a half early. And I was like, well, I might as well go to the store real quick while I'm here.
To get
but I wasn't
what?
like going out
to
of my
get
way
what
to get candy.
Okay, exactly.
But I wasn't like racing the clock and being like, I need this sugar, man. I just need this sugar. I suck your dick, man.
Where is that from? Jay Chevelle?
I believe it's from
Friday. No, don't be a man. Start drinking juice in South Central.
No, I think that's a parody of the original one, which is from Menace to Society. It's from Menace to Society.
But they didn't say
Don't Be a Menace
thing.
is a parody of all those hood movies.
Right, but they didn't say the dick sucking thing in Men's Society.
They said
it was in. Did they?
Yep, that's all. It's this whole thing. He said, "I'll suck your dick, man." And then he goes, "What you say to me?" I said, "I'll suck your dick, man." And then he like beats him up or kills him or something. But in
that is a great proposition.
But in Menace to Society, he just lets him suck his dick.
That is a great proposition. If someone will suck your dick and you'll suck someone's dick, you can get a full bag of candy. What is win-win?
I don't think that's what's happening in Menace to Society. I don't think it was for candy.
It was for fucking drugs. So win-win. You get a 20.
Well, what's the value of your drugs and what's the value of the blowjob? So if they don't line up, maybe he was offended because his drugs were worth more than this guy's.
Well, he was a crackhead. He had no teeth, so already a step above the game.
It doesn't make his skills good.
But I mean, you're creating less friction, which would give you more pleasure.
Teeth have never been an issue for me.
I told you my Invisalign, bitch, 2 days ago.
And I have more teeth than you. I feel like I have more teeth than normal. My teeth are huge.
No, I have big teeth.
No, your teeth are the size of fingernails.
2 days ago, I was hooking up with this guy and I was sucking the dick, girl, and I don't know. And I pride myself on good oral skillification.
Well, this guy would tell a different story.
But my Invisalign has smoothed my teeth in. But who was it? A friend of mine, I don't know who it was, gave me great advice to suck dick with my Invisalign on. Because it will make it, because you're going to have the sharpness of the teeth. It will be the plastic. So it will be that is great. Isn't that not great? It'll be soft and smooth. It's like you're sucking a dick with just gum.
I mean, I've never worn Invisalign, so I don't know how.
You're ready for the time of your life.
Like it just yeah. You want to.
Girl.
Also, because you ever seen someone take Invisalign, you know what's really unsexy? Watching anyone take out Invisalign. They're like, 1 second, you gotta.
But I want to take it out. I always take it out beforehand. But now with this new tooth problem, I have to figure out my way around that.
Did you suck the dick with Invisalign in?
No.
So you didn't take the advice?
I thought about it in the moment. I was like, fuck, I should have kept my Invisalign in.
You just stopped and put them in. 1 sec.
Could you imagine?
Also,
no.
when people try to do this, put Invisalign.
Oh, they take
Why do they do that? They cover their mouth. They always do that.
Because it's decent, Bob. It's decent.
Then go in a different room. Like, we're doing it in front of us. We know what you're doing. But also, they never did taking them out. It's only putting them in. Putting them in, they're like, take them out, they're like, like eating a hot fish. You ever had someone eat food out of the grease? Like, you ever had that? Eating hot food off the plate?
Have you ever done the big New York City Halloween parade downtown?
Never.
Me either.
But I used to work in a haunted restaurant.
Jekyll and Hyde.
On the route of the parade.
So just so y'all know, if you guys are not aware, New York City has a tradition of a big Halloween parade that is downtown.
New York City has like 50 parades a year.
Oh, it's too many.
Puerto Rican Day Parade,
Brazilian Day Parade,
St. Patty's Parade, Mermaid Parade,
Pride Parade, the Halloween Parade.
Yeah.
And then it's like a big thing. Everyone gets them in these like. It's when people put out these really elaborate, really really great costumes, and they do a parade. But obviously with Miss Corona, we're not doing it this year.
I mean,
they're talking about a virtual one. I'm sorry, virtual parades, ma'am. No,
you're fine. I don't see anything wrong with the virtual parade.
No.
What's wrong with the virtual parade?
It's not fun. You just standing there, everyone is in their Zoom like.
I'll tell you right now, honestly, let me tell you right now, this is the real deal. You got to get with the times. You can either like sit back and complain about how things aren't how they used to be and we can't gather and breathe each other's mouths and open mouth kiss, or you can get with it. When you are the one that told me this, and then you 180'd.
Okay,
you were like, Bob, I was like, I'm not doing no fucking Zoom drag show. I'm not doing drag online. You did when you're like, you know what, Bob, it was really fun. I really enjoyed myself. And then I did it and I was having a blast. And then you were like, this shit's dumb.
Well, I've done one virtual parade and I was like, never want to do that again. I gave it a try.
But also just like, but you don't have another option.
You don't know what my options are.
I know you can't go have an in-person parade unless you want to go to one of those a Trump rally or a meth gala. Those are your two options. You know what I mean? But I feel like right now I just did a fucking I done like 2 or 3 college gigs this week on Zoom and they are fun.
Oh, college gigs. That's different though. Then I'm talking about a parade where it's just music is playing and the Zoom just goes to random people's cameras and they just sit. Sometimes someone is literally sitting down watching TV and the camera just on them. They're like,
and that's what parades are. Sometimes folks be in a parade walking with their heels in their hand, wearing 18 pairs of beads like it's Mardi Gras, passing out Chase Bank koozies.
Oh my God, I've never been to Mardi Gras. Have you ever been to Mardi Gras?
I've never been to New Orleans.
Me either. In all the gigs, every time I've been to Louisiana 3 times.
Oh my God.
I've been to Louisiana 3 times, and each time it was for one night, and it was for the thing, and then I left.
I did celebrate Mardi Gras in Ruston, Louisiana, which is not quite the same. Ruston has a population of 10,000 people.
Work.
And it's not the same as New Orleans.
Yeah, I've heard it's so good. Like the you know what? I fell in love with it when I was watching Real World Louisiana. I think it was that Real World was so good. And I was what, maybe 7, 8 years old. I remember watching it and be like, I want to do that one day. Just be wild and free and flashing tits and getting beads.
I remember watching Mardi Gras and being like, it was whatever. Like we used to have something in Atlanta called Freaknik.
Freaknik. I've heard about it in movies.
Freaknik does not exist anymore. Freaknik was Black Mardi Gras. But it got crazy.
Well, crazy in what way?
Like, it's insanely, like, I remember seeing, a Freaknik shirt was always a picture of, like, girls with their asses out in thongs, and, like, there were always these airbrush Freaknik shirts. They would get violent. It would just be nudity, like, which is, I don't think nudity is legal in Georgia, but they would do it anyway. They would take the city over. Freaknik is now, it was so crazy, is now outlawed.
Really?
That
like the party is?
There is no more Freaknik.
Damn, that's so sad. I hate when stuff like that gets like taken down.
But it was also a menace to Atlanta. It was wild. Like Freaknik got crazy. To the point where Atlanta folks were like, we gotta, because it was people coming from outside of Atlanta to Atlanta to like engage in this madness.
Work. And
they were like, Mary, this too much. Like we can't even function like this anymore.
Freaknik.
And I went to like 1 or 2 Freaknik when I was younger.
How old? Like over 18 though?
No, I was in high school.
You can go at any age?
It's outside.
Oh, God.
I feel like there's no one like checking IDs to get into the city. You just like roll up and it's like you just start seeing titties and dicks and dancing and drinking and.
I feel like I see lots of gays like Folsom and stuff like that. Like, where is this?
San Francisco.
Is it only no? Because sometimes they're not in San Francisco. Like, where else?
Folsom is always in San Francisco.
Well, not Folsom. I'm saying, but those like street gay festival people are fucking.
Well, you can like lock. Apparently, you can like lock off streets, and then like the rules change because you can like rent a street, and then it's like getting on that street is a whole thing. For example, the idea of putting up a stage. You couldn't normally put up a stage because you rented out the street. Right. You can now put up a stage. So I think the laws tend to like do this when you rented a chunk of the city.
Bitch, I'm like, I mean, I would never. Would you ever participate in something like that?
No. Folsom is also like nudity is 100% legal. At least when I was in San Francisco, you can just walk around naked.
Oh, like on a regular day?
Nudity hasn't always been legal. If it is now, it's not. Was not the case when I was.
Titties are legal in New York. Remember Holly Van
Vos? Yeah. Anyone can be topless anywhere in public in New York State. At any time. Yeah. There is no rule that says when you go pick up your kids from school,
you can't
have as long as you're not on school property, Your tits can be
See,
out.
but that's so crazy because there's a fine line between that and child whatever. Like if you go to a school and pick up your kids with your fucking tits out, which again I'm all for.
They're just breasts.
I'm saying I'm all for that, but where is the line between that and not because it's not pedophilic, you're not making the kid do anything. I don't know. It's like a weird line. I feel.
Well, if you, let's say for example, let's make it really veiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you walk out and you just have cleavage. That doesn't mean that kids aren't admiring your body. That doesn't mean a 7th grader isn't gonna rub one out to you later on. Let's say you're completely covered and your clothes are tight. That doesn't mean a kid won't objectify you. So I don't think that it is on the person being objectified to decide whether or not the other person is gonna like you. There is no way to make sure that horny little 7th grade boys don't rub one out to you, because they're gone.
I just pictured someone's mom rolling up to school with just her big old double D's out. I'm like, damn. I mean, it wouldn't do nothing for me because I'd be like, work, bitch. But for all the little straight boys, they probably be like.
But also, seeing your mom come up in just like tight yoga pants is enough to make boys go,
Is it though?
If your mom's hot and they're into it, of course.
I guess.
I mean, I grew up with a mom that all my friends like, your mom's hot.
Really?
It is a whole thing. Having a hot mom is a whole thing. My mom looked really young. She was really fit. She did all the sports and stuff. And people be like, your mom is hot. It is a whole. Did you ever have hot moms? Like, you're like, yeah, when your mom's hot, it's like it's navigating with your friends who are attracted to women is just like, it is incredibly awkward. And it's just weird.
Work.
But at least my mom had like a short haircut. If it wasn't like one of those like long hair, like my mom was not a bad bitch. My mom was just like a pretty lady.
You know, Friday. Hey, when the two neighbors they have their really hot neighbor on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that seems funny. Have you ever had sex with someone in Halloween costume?
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. I absolutely have.
So you have sex in Halloween costume, but you won't have sex in drag.
What's good? You don't know you also don't know what my costume was.
Okay, continue.
I was dressed like I was wearing a
as Bob the drag queen.
No, okay. I was wearing I can actually find the picture if you really want me to. I was wearing it's like a fetish wear outfit. It was like mesh with like just the main parts covered up, and I had a dog chain. And I had like a skull on my face.
Look at her.
Oh, she
is. Did you really?
Yeah.
And were you going to what was your costume? What was it?
I was like a skull fetish thing.
Got it. You one of them people. I can't people that. What are you this year? Oh, you put a sequin on your fucking temple and you just like, yeah, I'm like a sequin temple enchantress.
No, I had a skull on my face and I was wearing fetish wear. I was a skeleton, but I had fetish wear on.
A skeleton?
I said a skeleton. How do you say it?
A skeleton.
Skeleton.
Before you said a skeleton.
A skeleton. That's probably right. That's not weird. Skeleton.
Work.
Have you had sex in Halloween costume?
Not Halloween, but definitely in drag multiple times.
But we're talking about Halloween. but yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's not my vibe that I felt very sexy.
Work.
You know, in my little.
Was this stained glass leotard size Bob?
I mean, do you want me to find the picture? Do you want to like give the children a little pause and I can find the picture?
Hey, look at that little booty.
So I was very skinny. Cute. I was wearing a jockstrap and fetish wear, and
you look so cute. I like this makeup actually.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me you did like a half face thing. That's cute.
It's 3/4-ish.
3/4, yeah.
But there it is. If you don't want Mateo's.
And who did you fuck? Do I know who you fucked?
Yeah, it doesn't seem appropriate to say on camera.
We can edit it out.
Oh my God, Bob.
It's, you know. Just I'll tell you later. It's not a big deal.
It was me.
Fully potato. But we were like hooking up at night, and then we were just like, well, we're not gonna get. I think I may have wiped my. I don't remember wiping my makeup off or not. I can't remember, to be honest. It was.
Word. Now you fucking do with 3/4 white face.
It was years ago. I mean, what year is this? The year is 2013. This was 7 years ago.
Word.
Yeah. So she was a crazy girl back then.
Material girl.
I'm gonna listen to this song now.
Wait, have you seen Midsummer?
Yeah, Midsummer. The movie is like this, like I think Dutch or Amsterdam or Switzerland based horror film. The whole thing takes place out in the broad daylight, and it's like these like white people take you to this cult, and the cult is like in the woods of like Amsterdam or Holland or Switzerland, some very white Nordic country.
Got it.
And they like want to like turn this woman into like the festival queen, and then she like has like hallucinates and she's on psychedelics, and then like I think the guy that she brought with her, someone brought her, and he's like some student, and then he
watching you explain.
I watched it once.
Like, so this is you the whole time, and this like
because I vaguely know it. It was like some kid convinced his college friends to come to his village's Nordic
lights,
like midsummer celebration. And they also like kill people and then like
sacrifices and shit.
Yeah, people like kill themselves to like go like someone like throw themselves off of rocks, like to throw yourself off a cliff to like land on a rock. This one lady doesn't hit the rock, and then she misses, and they have to like smash her head in. Spoiler alert.
I do like horror. I'm a big horror. I love
best horror movie.
The Strangers.
I disagree.
The Strangers.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Please tell me.
The reason why you love it is the reason why I think it's not good.
Oh, because
it's complete. Spoiler alert. We gotta pause a little more. Spoiler for every film that ever existed. Because it is completely unmotivated.
But that is some real shit. They have people. They have sociopaths who just go on killing sprees, killing tens of people, maybe hundreds of people, just because.
Well, that's different.
Can you see what happens at the end of The Strangers?
Oh, so the whole Strangers. So it's Liv Tyler and the guy, and they're in the house. And
who used to come to our restaurant all the time, by the way?
She's come to your what?
When I worked at the Haunted Restaurant, she used to come in with her kid all the time.
I think I knew that.
Yeah.
That's Steve Tyler's daughter, who is the
Steve. You buddies?
Steven?
Yeah. Oh, Stevie.
Stevie Nick Tyler. And so her and her
Steve Tyler.
Her husband, they're into some fight, whatever. They're in some house, random in the country, far from everyone else. And then they start hearing these knocks on the door, and then it turns out there's these 4 people, and they're like chasing them around. They're trying to kill them. Yada, yada, yada. At the end of the movie, they finally get them and they tie them up, and the sun rises, and then they finally take their masks off, and then Liv Tyler says to them, "But why are you doing this?" And they just go, "Because you were home." And I'm like, that's real.
The reason what is going on?
Someone's just knocking on the door.
I don't think so.
Yeah, someone's in here. Who is it?
Oh.
I got so sorry.
Bitch, we was about to, I was about to get ready. I was getting ready.
I got so scared. I was like, someone's here.
We're here.
That's ridiculous.
I was gonna go to Bob for protection.
So the reason why that to me is not a great okay, what makes a scary movie to me is like when I'm like, could this happen to me? Could this happen to me? What seems more likely is like pissing off a loved one who snaps and then goes crazy on you. That seems a lot more likely than you happen to run across a sociopath who storms into your home and murders you.
To me, that's completely plausible.
It's plausible because it has happened.
Right.
But more frequently, most murders are killed, or most time people are murdered is by people they know and people who love them.
Sure, but
so that's why that's scary to me, because I'm like, it's like ghosts. Otherwise, ghosts be like, they're like jump scares will scare me, but I'm like, I don't believe in ghosts, so I just don't think this would ever happen.
So do you think that Jacob will get crazy and try to kill you?
I think that if anyone in this room is going to kill me, Jacob's probably the most likely, probably least capable. Probably the most likely.
What if I got crazy and I tried to like kill you?
I mean, well, let's play this out. Like, how are you trying? Where are we? What's the scenario?
So I come to meet you. Jacob's not here. No one is here. No friends. It's just you here. And you invite me over, but I'm mad at you for something that I've never told you about, and for some reason,
do you tell me what it is, or do you just
can I get there?
Okay, go ahead.
So I come to your place, and I come to the door, and I'm just weird. You feel weird energy, like Monet, and you do the Bob thing. Monet, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. And I'm being really weird and really quiet. And then you're like, oh, you're being weird. I need to film this YouTube video downstairs. You go downstairs by yourself, And then I slowly come downstairs, like really slow. And you're like, Monet, you're being really weird. You're freaking me out. What's wrong with you? And I pull out a knife and I try to like legitimately stab you. What do you do?
Okay, where do I see the knife? This all matters.
I make it all the way downstairs, and you're filming your video. You're right here filming your video, and I'm standing right there by the light.
Where Mateo is? Oh, you're sitting right there by the light.
Right in the corner of it.
And then you pull the knife out.
No, not yet. And you're like, Monet, what are you doing? Why are you standing there like that? I'm filming a video, bitch. You're in the way. And then I pull the knife out there.
So I get to see you brandish it for a while.
Yeah, but thinking about you, so would your direct reaction be like, oh, Monet trying to kill me?
So if you have, I would say, what are you doing with that knife? And then what do you do?
And then I just don't say anything.
I would say, Monet, you're being weird. I need to finish this thing. What are you doing? Can you go press play or something for me?
And then I run and I try to stab you.
How? Like this or like this?
Like this.
Like this? Okay, well, that's horrible technique, by the way. First of all, I'm probably going to reach down and grab your arm and say, Monet, what are you doing? And then I'll just headbutt the shit out of you and try to choke you to death.
Bitch, you kill me.
Well, I said I would choke you out. I would not kill you. I would choke you out.
Oh, no, bitch. If it's roles reversed, when I see movies and, like, the bad guys at them, and they finally get the bad guy down, and he's, like, unconscious, and they're like, oh, thank God that's when they have the gun. I'm like, bitch, shoot him.
I would probably
kill him.
I would probably choke you out, and then once you're down, I would, like, find a way to tie you up, bind you, get the knife from you, and then call the authorities.
Oh, no, bitch, I'm slitting your throat.
Well, you would probably go to jail.
Well, no, it's a self-defense.
And how can you prove that?
I have good lawyers.
That's not how that works.
Brett Green is a great lawyer.
Yeah, Brett Green is a great entertainment lawyer. I know Brett Green. Brett Green's my lawyer too. Brett Green is a great entertainment lawyer. I don't think Brett works in. This is not Legally Blonde. And you're the one. What's he gonna do? Expose the perm in the end of the movie?
No, let's stomp your last season Prada shoes on me, honey.
Yeah,
okay?
like I don't personally think that. I would not want to kill anyone. The only reason I would kill someone is if I thought they were if I thought that unless I kill them, they were going to kill me.
You don't know if I was. So also, I like how you think that. So you think you're just gonna subdue me that easily?
Well, I have more upper body strength than you. We've established
Says who?
that. We've established
by
that.
a hand, by a this. That's not determining anything.
Money, I have more upper body strength.
Says
than you.
who?
We've okay. First of all, let's just say.
Tell me how we established that.
So we arm wrestled and I beat you. So that's the main part because arm wrestling takes your chest and your bicep.
That's not how that works.
Well, what does that mean then?
What, arm wrestling?
Yeah, what does that establish?
You have strong biceps. Okay, that's
it's not just your bicep. It's actually your pec and your biceps.
So now you're a fucking physical therapist. You just know how our muscles work.
Well, I know what I'm engaging when I do. You can feel your chest, your pecs coming in.
See, you don't even know because you also work your deltoids. So I think Mateo is the one we should act because he is Mateo.
Well, I have beat you in arm wrestling.
Beat me.
So I'm probably stronger than you. And what are you basing on this other notion on?
Because I'm athletic.
Okay, I'm not taking that away from you. I have more upper body strength than you do. Allegedly. So based on the fact that I have more upper body strength than you, and we're struggling with our arms, unless you start kicking me with your gams, with the ham hocks, which
on donkey kick.
Which if you're close enough to someone, they probably can't kick you. It's not that easy, and then I would try to choke you out.
Now, if you want to, now what is your scenario? You're trying.
Oh, if I was trying to kill you, you would not stand a chance. Let's make that clear. I wouldn't creep down the stairs and stare at you with a knife like,
How would you go about it? What's the scenario, bitch?
Okay, I come to your house.
Okay.
And you're asking me, we're on the way to a gig. You and I are starting the Sibling Rivalry tour.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this also, just before we start, that is a horrible choice. Why would you kill me before the tour and make all the money? Kill me on the last day of the tour.
Okay, first of all, this is not driven by money. Also, I'm not like hard up from, this is not a murder for cash. This isn't a cash grab. It's a crime of passion.
But it's just, anyway, go ahead, continue.
I mean, put it to you this way. I don't know if you're going to die without the Sibling Rivalry tour, but I'll be fine. In fact, I'm going to tell you after this break. I'm going to come to your house, and I'm like, first of all, I'm not going to, you, off the front, I'm not going to act weird. Hey, girl. Girl, as soon as I walk in the door, I'm also gonna have my own weapon on me.
I had mine on me too.
Oh, you bought that knife?
Yeah, Bob. You don't have killing knives here. Y'all got some damn butter knives. That's not gonna help
I have
me.
steak knives and bread knives.
Oh, no,
Anyway,
I'm bringing a heavy duty bitch.
so I'm bringing my own knife over there, right? And then first of all, I'm like, girl, I cannot figure. And I'm gonna bring my suitcase. And I'm like, I cannot get this thing on one knife out of my purse. And you already know I already have knives and forks in my purse. So you won't think it's weird. I'm gonna say, Mona, can you please help me open this suitcase? I cannot. So I'm gonna try to put the knife in there. I'm gonna say, can you please try? I'm gonna hand you the knife. Now your fingerprints are all over this knife. You are now trying to open the suitcase. I'm like, whatever, girl, it won't work. I'm gonna keep trying. And the moment you turn your back to me, I'm gonna hug you and say, girl, I love you so much. And you're gonna be in a calm state. And I'm gonna slit your throat.
Oh my God, that is so. That's scary that you just did that whole.
Oh, I didn't just do this. Oh, I have a Google Doc.
Can you imagine that turn on anyway, Jacob, and then.
But that's how I would do it.
That's a little sadistic.
Colleen's gotta go too. No witnesses.
Okay, also,
no witnesses.
I was obviously dramatizing mine for like a movie.
Oh, mine was great for a movie. I'm gonna miss you. Will you please try this? The handprints are all on it. Oh, mine is great.
Yours is like a Lifetime movie. I'm doing like a feature film.
What feature? Tyler Perry's Boo.
Wow. Not playing Tyler. Tyler listens to and watches it. Tyler's a Patreon.
Hey, Barry. What's up, Perry?
Wow, that's not nice.
You asked me what I would do, and that's what I chose. I also don't want to get caught. I need your handprints on the weapon. It needs to be in your home. Also, I'm calling the authorities immediately after, freaking out. I showed up and she was like this.
She slit her own throat?
Right.
No, I found her like this. I didn't say she did it. I said I found her like this.
Your fingerprints are on the knife too, though.
Because I picked it up.
But then the only fingerprints are yours and Monet's.
Yeah.
I think I was probably also obviously wearing a glove. Obviously.
Okay, so now you're fucking Johnny Cochran. That's not how that works, Bob.
They were wearing a glove. What do you want me to
It
tell
should
you?
be Monet's knife from her house, not your knife.
This is not my knife. This is a brand new knife. There will be no. This is a knife that is not in Monet's house before. It will be like someone brought it into the home completely separately. This will not.
You have to have paid cash then.
Of course, I'm a drag when I have cash.
Oh! Do you want to say that again for the IRS? We have IRS Patreons as well.
Yeah, people have cash. It's not illegal to have cash.
How much?
Oh my God! I'm not telling you how much cash.
Wow.
So I think that my system works. Your system, you obviously have to just not be afraid to go to jail. You have to be like, obviously the next scene is you sitting in the back of the cop car, wide-eyed, covered in blood. Bitch, I'm in the Bahamas planning my next gig.
Oh, your next
Calling up Kim, being like, "What's good?"
You next, bitch. Oh my God! Someone made that movie. It was like a serial killer that was killing drag queens. You remember this movie a couple years ago?
Mm-mm.
I don't know the name of it. It was like a serial. This guy who was just killing drag queens. That shit is so funny.
I was wondering. No, I'm gonna say it now, but I want to do a horror short called "White People Are Hard to Kill." It just really, the name just really tickles me.
It was in Brooklyn. It was a Brooklyn movie. Anyway, work. So I guess happy Halloween, bitch.
Happy Halloween to you too. Is this your favorite holiday?
No.
Second favorite? What's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is no tea Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, I love the food.
No tea, no secret.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And I love New York City Christmases. They're great. Until the snow turns into slush.
Okay, you're not...
What? What's your problem?
You're not even like a holiday person, though. I feel like...
I love Christmas.
Do you?
I don't decorate, but I love Christmas. I love the songs. I love the way people are.
All of my years, though,
I
I've
love
never
the
seen
shops.
you celebrate or decorate or anything for
I don't decorate. I don't decorate my house, period. I have like 3 pictures up, and the other ones are all from like my friends painted them, and I got them. I'm not a big decorator, but I love Christmas. I love the food. I love the cookies. I love the smells.
You just name all things about food. I love the food, I love the cookies. I love the smell of the food and the cookies.
No, the smells of everything. Like, it smells like candles, smells of trees, smell of peppermint.
I hate the way Christmas trees smell. That shit is fucking... That pine
It's just
smell.
pine.
I hate that.
It's also, that's how Georgia smells. The woods of Georgia are mostly evergreen trees. Mostly.
You're just full of random fucking knowledge.
I mean,
shit.
I'm from Georgia, so it's not weird for me to know that most of the trees in Georgia are evergreen trees.
Well, you know all the...
If I knew about the trees in Arizona, that'd be random.
Do you know all the trees most of them in New York are ficus trees?
That's not true.
Okay, we'll see.
You and I both know that's not true. You were just waiting for Jacob to say that's not true.
But what is that based off of? Who's that? Who's that remind you of?
It's based off of my relationship with you and how I'll say something, you'll just make something up. In the face you make when you're lying, you have a tell.
What is it? What is it?
You have a tell. You'd be like, well, did you know? As soon as you've done your voice, well, did you know that? You're lying. Bitch, you're lying. There is a plant in Georgia that a lot of people don't know about. It's called kudzu. Kudzu is this like it's like a vine or they grows. You ever seen like a side of a house covered in plants? Mm-hmm. That's usually kudzu.
Chris Haynes' apartment used to have that, remember? It was vines all over the front of it.
His were not kudzu, and this is why I'm going to tell you right now. So kudzu, they brought it over from Asia to like make the highways pretty. So you would like plant a little bit of kudzu, but the issue is it is a plant that eats, it doesn't eat, but it covers everything. It grows so fast. So when you drive down the highways in Georgia, it looks like someone just threw a blanket over all the trees.
Word.
And then it kills the trees.
Word.
And then it just, they could not stop it from growing. It envelops houses. It just grows over everything.
That's like that horror movie, The Ruins. Ever seen The Ruins?
No.
Where these people on that thing and like the vines of the thing are like cause them to go crazy, delirious, and the vine grows really fast.
Oh, work. So now Georgia's trying to figure out how to get the kudzu out.
We should bring some to kill the fucking rats in New York.
Kudzu is wild. You can't. It's wild, and it doesn't kill. It doesn't kill things, but like it doesn't choke them. It kills plants because
poison ivy.
Because the plants can't get sunlight. The rats would just crawl through it. Or probably eat some of it. They probably eat and enjoy it.
Hopefully they die.
Did you find out the most common plant in New York City?
That's a red oak.
And the red oak is part of the ficus family.
Not a ficus.
Okay.
But the national.
You just hate to admit that I'm right.
I think a ficus is even a tree.
It's not a tree.
It's from the bush tree family.
A ficus is also. I don't think it's a bush either.
It's a shrub.
I don't think it's a shrub. It's a plant.
It's a shrub bush.
It's a chia pet.
It's a shrub bush tree.
If I pulled up two pictures right now and one was a ficus and one wasn't, would you know which one was a ficus?
I know what a ficus is. They have a lot of ficus in St. Lucia.
Do they? Because you just said the same thing about New York City. You know the most populous animal in New York?
A mongoose.
Not humans anymore. It used to be humans. You know what the most populous animal in New York is?
A rat?
Brown mice.
Girl, them shits be everywhere. Honestly, I live in New York. Every time you see one run across the street, you're like, huh.
Yeah, but in the subway, you're chill with them.
Yeah, in the subway, they're like, oh, hey, girl.
But in New York City, because, I've seen a rat the size of a kindergartner.
It's crazy. They're so, ugh.
Yeah.
And, you'd be seeing them, their tails be half chopped off. They be having no fingers. They're missing limbs. And these motherfuckers are thriving. They're thriving.
They have to learn how to survive.
I guess, girl.
On the mean streets of New York.
On the mean streets.
Imagine you're a fucking rat. Yeah, it's a big rat, but you ever think of this? Even a big dog is small to a human.
Right.
Even a huge dog is like, oh my God, look at this 5-foot person.
Yeah.
I was thinking that is so crazy to me.
That's what I say to you, and you have this fear of bugs. I'm like, you realize that this bug, you are legitimately about 2,000 times bigger than this bug.
Okay, my fear of bugs is not centered around thinking that they have more power than I do. Like, for example, cockroaches don't do anything to you physically.
Right.
The most they can do is eat your hair. That is the most cockroaches.
So why are you so scared of them?
Because I don't like them. Like, they creep me out. They just look gross. They seem slimy. The sounds of a bunch of cockroaches together, I don't like it.
Bees have power over you.
Bees can sting you.
Yeah.
And they're scary.
Well, do you know in St. Lucia, they have centipedes. Have you seen a centipede in real life?
We have those in America.
Well, St. Lucia have the jungle centipedes, the ones that are about this long and they have the pincers on them.
No.
Girl. And then you just be in your living room chilling, kicking, you just see, and bitch. And that shit is wild.
Not interested. Not interested. No, thank you. I'll pass. What's the best Halloween costume you've ever seen?
What's the best Halloween costume?
Best Halloween costume you've ever seen?
I want to say a bloodbath. The Pink Panther.
That was a nice one.
That was a very good costume.
Linda Blair. I don't know if you remember or not. This one lady came in. I can't remember her name. Every year she's great. She was Wonder Woman one year. And then she was Linda Blair the next year. She has an entire bed. So her...
Oh, I do remember this.
Her legs were the legs of the bed, but she was in a bed still. So she could do this, and it looked like she was like flopping back and forth.
Yeah, I remember this.
And it was she had a priest with her. It was insane.
Did she win the best costume one?
She did not win.
Really?
She came in second place 2 years in a row.
Pink Panther won.
Was it Pink Panther that won?
Pink Panther won.
And then Rita won the year before that.
Rita Baga?
Rita Repulsa.
Oh. I want to say Rita Baga was here?
Someone dressed as Rita Repulsa.
Well, what about Rita Baga?
Rita Baga did not come. Also, not only that, there was this moment we were like turning on the audience. Me and Trixie were hosting?
No, that was Kim that year. Well, which year? I'll tell you who it was.
When it was at Stage 48, it was Trixie.
That was Trixie, yeah.
So, and then someone came in as
Trixie did the beer. Trixie was like, Kim came like a full red blood thing. Trixie bought, she bought the bob. She got a catsuit from Amazon, and
It was custom.
It was not custom.
It was custom. It was 100% custom. I can guarantee, it was a catsuit. I could have made the catsuit.
True.
She had a catsuit and had ears like I'm a cat, which is very Trixie.
No, the skeleton one.
She bought a skeleton.
That was from Amazon.
Oh, she did a costume. She did a costume change. She did a costume change.
Girl,
at the meet and greet, she was the cat, and then she switched into the skeleton thing.
From Amazon.
I was thinking about the cat costume. What she wore in the meet and greet photos.
Trixie better. Anyway.
And I was like a red. I had my red Mugler style outfit with the bald head and the things, and I switched into. I can't remember what I said.
Oh my God, you should. Since you love digital, you should do a digital bloodbath.
We actually considered it.
And?
I have a lot on my plate. You should know about
that. Anyway, one of my ideas for bloodbath, which you never did. One of my ideas for bloodbath, which you never did, was that I said at 3 a.m., which is the witching hour, you should make it rain blood.
Okay, logistics. How?
I'm sure there's a way you can figure it out.
2, security deposit.
You have to change because you're gonna rain inside.
Yeah. Also, hurting people
by blood.
By making everything wet, Monet.
Okay, but you designate just like you have monsters. You designate a part. This is gonna be the
okay, that sounds cute.
Rain. Yeah,
that sounds really cute.
This is gonna be the blood rain part. So if you want to get rain on, you don't care. You can be in this part of the thing. That would be like remember the movie Blade when they start raining blood and everyone's dancing. That shit is so fierce.
I have not seen Blade in so
It is such a great film. Wesley Snipes is so
versatile.
Yeah. Bitch, he was Noxeema Jackson. He was Blade. He was honest.
You better run out of it. You can't name one other Wesley Snipes movie.
Yes, the sports one. He did the sports one. Is that Jeremy Maguire? Is it Jeremy Maguire?
What? You can only name 2 Wesley Snipes films? Wow, you just turned black literally yesterday.
Oh no, he also did the really hood one.
Can you name it?
What are they then, bitch?
Do you remember Demolition Man? This is my favorite Wesley Snipes film.
No.
He has the bleached blonde hair. And it's like an action.
Oh, and White Man Can't Jump.
White Man Can't Jump is a great film. Yeah.
Anyway, so next in 2021, when Bloodbath, we're doing the Blood Rain.
What do you mean? You're not a part of.
Yes, I am.
This faction.
Yes.
And if I do it, you're not getting any credit, money, anything.
It'll be just like how you normally do all my ideas that you get from me. So it's fine.
Exactly. And you'll do what you always do. I just sit there and I shut my fat ass up. He told me to shut my fat ass up.
And what'd you do?
I shut my fat ass up. Since you think you know everything, you got your fucking degrees.
She was so protect and
who's gonna make me feel good?
And you're not gonna agree with this, but I thought that Mariah Carey was great in her role.
Why would I not agree with that? Mariah Carey was amazing.
I thought you were one of the people who tried to deny her acting, because I also think that Glitter. I'm not being funny. Glitter, I think, is a great film. I love her acting in.
Never seen it. Monet, as long as you've known me, and this is not me being like a simping for women. I always am like. I honestly, I was thinking about the other day when I was arguing with Mateo about Madonna. I rarely am like, she sucked. Normally, if I think someone's like, I probably won't. If I think it's like, I usually won't say anything. But I genuinely think that Mariah Carey did a really good job in.
She's a good actress.
In Precious, and I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else.
And Wise Girls, but Glitter was a boring film.
I've never seen any.
I thought Glitter was great. I love Glitter.
I mean, everyone in Precious was doing a good job. It was a great fucking film.
Yeah.
Sidibe, fucking Monique.
Yeah.
The whole cast.
Sidibe, Cheddar Bay.
Who's Cheddar? Oh, Cheddar Bay's a place. All right, and on that note,
Salt Bay.
and on that note, I think we will.
Have you ever seen Salt Bay?
I am a very young person, so yes. Also, Salt Bay is not for the Gen Zs anyway.
Okay, everything can be for that. Everything not for y'all.
Salt Bay is the last of the millennial memes.
No, there's so many that are pervasive.
Pervasive?
Yes.
What do you mean by they're pervasive?
Pervasive, like they're so prominent. Isn't that not what pervasive means? Hey Siri.
I mean, kind of. Pervasive
Define
means
pervasive.
widespread.
Pervasive means
Spreading widely.
Influence or
It's
physical
still
effect, spreading widely throughout.
Thank you. That's what
No, especially of an unwelcome influence. You skipped over the word unwelcome.
Well, okay,
So
one can
a
argue. One can argue. Are any means welcome? They just happen to us.
a disease would be pervasive in your body.
Okay, but a meme could be pervasive.
I don't think you use that right.
I used it correctly. Hey, sound off below if y'all think I used it right.
You said it was because it like withstood.
If they're widespread.
Unwanted and widespread.
Sometimes they're unwanted. Have you ever seen a meme that you wanted? That you was like, I wish I did not see this.
Do y'all think that's what Monet meant?
Yes.
I don't know what the word means.
It means that like something like a pervasive disease would be something that spreads. So COVID is pervasive.
Although something that's really widespread, that's unwelcomed. So sometimes you see memes.
COVID.
Okay, sometimes and that fucking the meme of me soaking it up. People are it's unwelcome, but it's widespread.
Just say you said the word wrong.
No, pervasive, and I'm done. Anyway, we're done.
What was the word you used from that one time? You wrote it in that Ford, and I was like, Monet, I don't think you used this word right. You were like, yes, I did. And I was like, Monet,
Subterfuge.
No, what was it? What was that word?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
It was so long ago.
When was this?
Monet had written a forward for a book, and then I read it, and I was like, what are you trying? I was like, what are you trying to say? But then you changed it, so now we'll never know. I love you so much.
Bye, guys.
Give me one.
No.
Give me one.
No.
For the lock on my thing is, could you grab this knife and try it? All right, bye, guys.